Jaguar F-Type reliability. Two words that don't really go together in sentences all that often. Now, love or hate the new rebrand, and I know which camp I fall into, but you cannot deny the F-Type is a thing of beauty. And if you're watching this video, chances are you either own an F-Type or you're looking at owning an F-Type. Now, I cannot comment about the reliability of every F-Type out there and one that you may be looking at buying, but what I can do is I can share my experiences of how reliable this has been during my ownership. And do you know what? It's been pretty good. There's been a couple of hiccups along the way, but nothing you wouldn't expect from the running costs of what was over £125,000 worth of car new. So let me explain a little bit about what the journey's been like. Now, I'm probably gonna regret saying this, but this car has never left us stranded anywhere. We've done a shade over 14,000 miles in it since we bought it, and mechanically it's been very good. Now, we have had the issue of one of the valves going in the exhaust back box. That resulted in us buying a second-hand, brand new second-hand, for those that watch a certain YouTube channel, back box, and that cost us £350, which is not the end of the world considering it's a £2,500 part if you were to buy it brand new from Jaguar. Now, in addition to that, we did have one catalytic converter fail. I guess that's what happens when an engine map dumps a load of fuel on the overrun to get all those pops and bangs. It does destroy your cats, which is kind of to be expected, but we had to replace a cat. Luckily, that was replaced under warranty, otherwise that would have stung me for about another £2,000. Now, the centre vent did give up, and I had to repair that myself. Check out the video if you haven't already, saving about £800 in parts on a replacement. So if you've got that problem where this gets stuck halfway up, do check that video out. It can save you a lot of money. But all said and told, genuinely, that is all I've had to do to this car. Of course, I've done quite a few other bits. I've added the bronze accents, changed over the infotainment screen inside. Anybody who watches this channel regularly will know those bits and pieces. But in terms of reliability, that has been it. I can't say as much for this thing, but we're going to talk about that in another video. That's neither here nor there. Yes, they get bad press, and I genuinely don't know why. Of course, there are some examples out there that do go wrong, but if you're going to buy a car that, as I say, costs over £100,000 new in some circumstances, and you're not willing to keep up with the maintenance schedule involved with that, of course you're going to have repercussions down the line. This gets serviced every year religiously, regardless of mileage. It gets done once a year, even if it's just oil and filters rather than the proper intervalled service items, but it just keeps it ticking over in good condition. I do take good mechanical sympathy of the car as well, and touch wood, it seems to be doing pretty well so far. Now, there are common issues with these cars, as with any car. When they've been out on the market long enough, certain niggles do come to light. Now, if you haven't already, do check out my common issues video I've done. A bit of a buying guide on these cars, but in a nutshell, it's things like water ingress on the V6 rear wheel drive vents that are a bit further up here. That does lead to injector issues. Things like door handles, these are common for getting quite stiff, which if you don't keep on top of keeping them well oiled, can be an issue. I've already mentioned the issues with the catalytic converters, which these are prone to. And one that has just begun to plague me is the daytime running light issue that these suffer from. Now, I don't know if it will come out on the camera here. This I think it's called the hockey stick LED here, is considerably dimmer than the one on the other side. Now, that could ultimately become an MOT failure, and to replace one of these lights from Jaguar is £2,500. So why don't I just buy a used headlight? Yes, could do, I've already done that. They're both second-hand ones that had slightly less crazing on the lenses, but the new headlights are going to do exactly the same thing as these headlights, so until a revised design comes out, I'm not really interested in dropping another couple of £1,000 on headlights for the same problem to occur again. So until that pesky thing there becomes an MOT failure, it's going to stay exactly where it is. So, all said and told, for 3 years motoring, it's cost me £350 for a new back box. I've saved £800 on the centre vent by repairing that myself, and I'm on the cusp of buying a new headlight, but technically that hasn't cost me any money yet. So outside of basic maintenance and running of the vehicle, It's cost me £350. Now, there's an argument to say that catalytic converter, had it not been under warranty, would have stung, and yes, boy would that have stung. But in reality, for north of, what's that, 14,000 miles of motoring over 3 years, I don't think that's bad going at all. So, if you're thinking about buying one of these cars, and that good old JLR reliability reputation is plaguing on your mind, I say just go for it. It's a heck of a lot of car for the money. These have come down so much in price now. Don't let it put you off. As long as you can MOT it, insure it, service it, and have a bit tucked away for minor repairs, I think you'll do fine. So hopefully that goes some way for explaining a little bit about the reliability of the Jaguar F-Type. People don't take to forums to say how reliable their car's been. They normally post for a bit of help when something goes wrong. So don't believe everything you read. Don't believe all the doom and gloom on the Facebook groups. Just get out there, buy the car and enjoy it. Thanks for sticking around for another video. I'll see you in the next one. Peace. Car. It's a heck... Oh, that is windy. That is very windy. Let's wait for that to die down a second. So, if you're thinking about, if you've got questions about reliability, epic.